Do you know the number one cause of heart attacks and strokes in 80% of cases? Is it cholesterol plaques? Calcium blocking the arteries? None of that. The answer will shock you. 8 out of 10 men and women will have a heart attack or stroke because of a blood clot. Something quite different from cholesterol buildup or calcium blocking your arteries. So, the next time someone tells you, hey, cholesterol is gonna kill you, know that they're lying. Now about that clot. Well, it only needs 5 seconds to wipe the smile off your face and bring your family to tears. What we're going to do today is really dissect a clot, understand what it is, and give you a solution to prevent clots. In this video, I'll show you 8 hidden villains that increase clot production and heart attack risks, 10 strategies the pharmaceutical industry doesn't tell you about clot prevention, the 3 supplements every man or woman over 30, 40, or 60 should take to reach 100 years old with the health of a horse. Before starting the video, leave your like down below so more and more people can discover how to reach 50, 70, or 100 years old with iron-clad health without becoming a hostage to the pharmaceutical industry. Well, now that you know a clot can be lethal, what I'm about to say might seem crazy, but clots are very necessary. I know, you're thinking I've lost my mind. Let me explain. A clot is a response to an injury. It's like a plug in a leaky pipe, which is your artery. So, after doing its job, the clot should dissolve. What I'm saying is, the real problem we need to focus on is the hole in the artery. But the biggest trigger for a clot isn't cholesterol, it isn't calcium. The number one cause of clots, and people know this, is inhaling cigarette smoke, general pollution, or other chemicals in the environment. These chemicals create inflammation. It's like rust in a pipe. The rust deteriorates the pipe until a leak happens. Unfortunately, it's impossible to control the pollution around us, but you can indeed be able to quit smoking. Believe in that. The next item on our list is alcohol. Yes, a beer, wine, or champagne are excellent. They relax the body, make us looser and lighter. Moderate use contains the risks. When you drink alcohol, it's considered a poison to the liver, enters the bloodstream, and can also create problems inside the arteries. Now, ladies, pay attention. I know you don't want a baby right now, or maybe you've had enough kids and now want to give your body a rest. But believe it or not, birth control pills or hormone replacement therapy is another thing that can really affect the arteries due to hormonal interaction, increasing the risk of stroke and heart attacks. So, be careful. The next risk for the heart is stress. Let me explain better. There's something called broken heart syndrome, where someone loses a loved one and the risk of a heart attack increases by 2000%, which triggers a clotting action. Stress at work, stress from a loss, stress from routine, anyway. They all increase the risks of clotting. But calm down, I'm not saying that if your boss puts a pile of tasks on you 1 hour before the workday ends, you're going to die. What I'm saying is that continuous stress will shorten your life. So, stop, take a deep breath, and relax. Refined carbohydrates, flours, pastas, etc., you can eat them, no problem. After all, you're not a plant, you don't live on water and sunlight alone. But be careful. Excess refined carbohydrates are pure inflammation passing through your arteries. And that's why diabetics have 4 to 5 times more risk of having clots, not just in the heart, but also in the brain. Infections. Infections are key to creating clots. An infected tooth, a failed root canal where you have an abscess that's leaking bacteria into your body, or it can come from another chronic infection. And for most people, high levels of sugar flowing through the bloodstream. This sugar, which isn't absorbed by cells and turned into energy, wanders through the blood, making it sticky and increasing the risks of inflammation. And it's inflammation that's one of the most potent things for clotting. There's another trigger for this clot too: excess calcium in the arteries. In the opening of this video, I talked about calcium. Let me explain better. Certain studies with postmenopausal women who take high amounts of calcium for their bones, the risk of having a clot increased considerably, as calcium is involved in more than 15 different clotting factors. Look, I'm talking about excess calcium. Excess isn't good for the heart, as it can calcify soft tissues, especially in the arteries. Excess calcium is simply not good for the heart, it can cause excessive calcification in soft tissues, especially in the arteries. But don't panic thinking that everything around you is a threat to your life. Most factors that cause inflammation and increase clotting will occur due to excess. Be it alcohol abuse, chemical pollutants, refined carbohydrates, sugars, or stress. Fortunately, thank God, there are natural, safe, and effective solutions to prevent all of this, and I'll tell you now. Number 1, Vitamin K2. The purpose of vitamin K2 is to keep calcium out of soft tissues. Vitamin K2 helps keep calcium out of the arteries, but guess where this vitamin comes from? Butter. It comes from fatty foods, exactly what the pharmaceutical industry and doctors tell you to avoid due to cholesterol. Now, try combining vitamin D with K2. Vitamin D is an important natural anti-inflammatory for the inside of cells and works together with vitamin K2. While magnesium is another very important calcium regulator, preventing it from accumulating between tissues. It prevents arrhythmias, atrial fibrillation, which causes arrhythmia in the heart, leading to blood buildup and increasing the risk of clots. Now, how to reduce clotting? You'll need nitric oxide. And here are some strategies to increase nitric oxide. Vitamin D, L-arginine, an amino acid that helps nitric oxide to be produced, and one of the best sources of L-arginine is meat and liver. Again, what they tell you not to eat. My other tip is 10 to 20 minutes of sun exposure every morning. Sunlight is a free natural medicine, as it penetrates deep into the body and increases nitric oxide inside the arteries. That's why getting sun is so valuable, not just for vitamin D, but because it even improves your mood, which will prevent stress. The problem is that since 1980, we've been avoiding the sun more and more, like the devil runs from the cross, due to the fear of getting melanoma. Another absurd lie. The truth is that the sun is therapeutic for the heart. Other things that can help you are polyphenols in natural herbs and vegetables, vitamin C, omega-3. Additionally, make use of polyphenols from natural herbs and vegetables, vitamin C, and omega-3. The fatty acids in omega-3 naturally thin the blood. It's like an activated charcoal filter for water. Moreover, when people consume green leafy vegetables, rich in vitamin K1, they think, damn, that's a lot of vitamin K1, it's going to cause clotting and thicken my blood. No. It won't create thickening more than normal, it will just raise it to the normal level, and not create an excessive amount of clotting. Think of your body as a car engine and blood as the oil. You need the right oil, with the right thickness and viscosity to maintain the integrity and proper functioning of the parts. Fasting. Another excellent way to help reduce the risk of clotting. Fasting is an anti-inflammatory for the body. Do it at least once a week and see the results. Start with 6 hours without eating. Then move to 8 hours. Until you're able to fast for 24 hours. You'll feel renewed, stronger, and more capable. Ketones. Getting into the ketogenic diet is another excellent strategy. A low-carb diet will also be a good anti-inflammatory for the arteries. Physical activities. I'm not talking about high physical stress, like running marathons thinking you're the new David Goggins. I'm talking about regular exercise, with good recovery, which is excellent for preventing clotting. Plus, it keeps you able to carry your kids and grandkids, or get up from the couch without someone needing to pull you up. I recommend nattokinase, a natural enzyme that prevents clotting. You also have another enzyme called serrapeptase, which is an extract from silkworms, and then bromelain from pineapple. These enzymes help reduce clotting, and I'm not even recommending that you take them unless you have a clotting problem, but they're a great natural source that isn't endorsed by Big Pharma because they're competitive. But take them on an empty stomach so they can act quickly in your blood. Now you know the basics of what's really behind most heart attacks and strokes. Follow the advice. I hope you've taken notes and implement the data I've shown in this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.